How you doing, folks? Busy divulging on YouTube. Apparently, there's a bloke on YouTube lives off grid. Got a couple of dogs. Quite entertaining sometimes. What do you think? Put that one in the comments. Anyway, um, yeah, life is good. Pre going back to work, of course. Um, as you saw in last week's video, I am starting to consume homegrown produce, and it's wonderful. I love it. Um, yeah, as explained, blood, sweat, tears, frustrations, and all the relevant eclectic names that associate such a thing. But to be able to eat your own food, and for those of you that don't live in an alternative way or off grid or anything like that, if you've got a bit of ground, grow food. Don't grow plants. Don't grow pretty things. Grow food. One day, I believe you'll probably thank me. Who knows? Anyway, um, been busy, as you've seen before. Getting the weeds out, starting to get some produce out. I pulled up another potato. I'll show you them in a minute. That's tomorrow's meal. But anyway, tonight's meal is predominantly roasted vegetables. Probably a bit of chicken with it. All homegrown. Well, there's only three items because I chewed the carrots throughout the day. I was a bit peckish and a little careless as to what I was going to eat in the evening. So we have just beetroot, potato, onion, garlic. That's going. Yeah, a little bit of chicken maybe, and it's just homegrown food and it tastes so nice. Outside cooking, that's one thing that's a plus, but the other plus, halogen oven. It's roasting off the vegetables really quite nice, and what with all this wonderful sun we're getting and the solar, it's costing me nothing. Homegrown food, cooked free of charge. Just gotta love being able to cook outside, and for me especially, free energy, saving on my gas bill. Who says alternative can't be fun? That one needs to be over on that side a bit more. But there we go, look at that. And then, let me just show you quickly. Oh, it might not look like beetroot, but that's a rainbow beet. And I've got a feeling very close to being cooked. So for once, I've got my timings right. It's not going to be anything fancy. It's not like this is gourmet chefing. This is called good wholesome food. Stop you from dying. But when I was planting seeds earlier, I pulled up another rogue potato and I got that lot out. Look at those. Lovely, 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 nice, not kind of new potatoes. Those with mint, fresh mint from my garden. Another free meal. Love it. It may not look the best, but I can guarantee you it tastes wonderful. Produce time. And all I'm doing here at the moment is just trying to rip out the weaker, rotting off clump bits of rhubarb that's cut it down a little bit so it rots down. Just so that the plant can be a little bit healthier. Bulbous, as I've been told by a couple of viewers, thank you very much, that if I keep these, which I'm going to, I'll put them in my pocket for now, plant them It's a 2-year process, but worth it. Plant them, they will grow into a singular garlic, of which then that will grow into another elephant garlic. Propagating my own. That's here, and it's only a small one. It's not going to become into much, but because it's wilting over, it's telling me it's done. So we shall get that one. I'll probably eat that one fresh, to be honest with you. But what I'm trying to do is go through the bed as per normal, weeding. No, not using tools so much, using my hands. It's good. I don't know. It is kind of, again, another form of therapy, isn't it? But just roughing up the ground, anything that's loose to come out, hand sieving, I suppose you could call it. I love it. And all I'm going to do is plant where I can, not in nice neat rows or anything like that. But what I'm going to do is I've got a little space there, little space here, little space here, and I may have, before I go back to work, if these start to wilt over, I'll pull them up as I go, and if there is a bit of space, I'll put a little something else in there. Trying to get that second crop, trying to make the most of the space I have. Rhubarb. And this, well, some I'll eat fresh and some I won't. But primarily, I will freeze a lot of it. Gives me food through the winter. Got to be a winner. The seeds, and lightly so into there. And hopefully, if all goes according to plan and they do germinate, these seeds are a little bit old now, but here's hoping. And then just cover them in, and I'm not even gonna, this time round, I'm just going for lucky dip. There's a space, I'm putting some stuff in it, right? I'm not going to mark it or anything like that. We'll see what comes up. When you consider that something like those four, I charge anything at £5 to £6 in the shops at the moment in the UK. Ridiculous. Now there's 6, 12, 18, £24 worth of rhubarb. And that's not all I'm going to be getting. This is just this bunch. And nice sunny afternoon. Now that the weather's a little bit cooler, thankfully, I'm a lot happier with myself because, as I said, it was too hot for me. But all I'm doing now is preparing to freeze down. I'm just going for the straight freeze. I used to blanch, but I've seen that what you can do is freeze down from fresh, which I wasn't aware of. Putting them on trays, putting them in the freezer, let them freeze individually, then bag them, remove the air, and obviously what I shall be doing is portion sizes. And this table's a bit rickety, which is why I'm being a bit careful with my knife. But yeah, so we're going to do that, put them in the freezer. And British summer, especially Welsh summer, has returned. It's raining, wonderful. I'm happy about that because I've not had to do the watering. And the ground in general, everywhere needs a lot of water at the moment. And when it's raining, there's so much I could do out there, but can't. Or don't want to. I don't want to get wet. But there's always plenty of other things to do. Like on a cold day, on a wet day, make some bread. You can't beat homemade bread. And trying to catch up with domestic chores, administration chores, and all the stuff like that. Things like this. Yes, the boring element of life, the very unexciting aspect of life. Do my accounts, have to put my tax returns in. So I've got a day like this. I'm not very enthusiastic about doing anything, let alone this boring element. Now the bonus of a wet day. Day in the dry in my new man cave. Coming up with an idea. It's just a moment's thought I had when I had a cup of tea. I thought, well, I'm going to try and come up with a little Keith Robinson style attachment to the chainsaw, because I've got 4 or 5 tree butts. They've been down for about 8, 9 months, and I really need to log them up, start stacking them. And so I thought, right, we'll sharpen up the chainsaw, sort it out. But then the age-old question, what is, in the comments, what is the optimum size log? And it varies, because like in America, 18 inches, they have huge fires, things like, UK 12 inches, some say 10 inches, and everything depends on what size fire you've got, I suppose. But I can adequately burn a 12-inch, 1 foot long log. And I thought, well, instead of just randomly cutting ish, which does suit me, and just something that my idle mind was going around in circles, how can I sort of buy in, equipment where you put tree butts on, again, it cuts the exact length, etc., etc. How can I try and make as close to 12 inches every time I cut? And I thought, I think I've worked it out using a piece of wire. What I'm going to do is, on the 2 bolts that hold the chain on, just double checking, what I've done is I've grabbed the drill bit, and all I'm going to do is very cleverly, or hopefully very clever, is bend this round. So it's going to take a little bit of bending, but to form well, it's not going to be too bad. But basically, so that this will go round like so. That'll go round the bolt, put the nut on, holds that in place. Then all we've got to do is get hold of that, put a 90-degree bend in it. And I'm going to hear people saying, oh, it's not safe, it's health and safety, it's not safe. No, it probably isn't, according to health and safety experts. They get paid for stuff like this. And so what I'm going to do is basically attach that onto the chain, measure out 1 foot, 12 inches, put a bend down, and we'll see what happens. Right. Tight as that. That'll do for tightness. And then, well, there's only one way to find out. But then from the edge of the blade, we go 12 inches, which is there, give or take. And all we're going to do Let's cut that like so. It probably won't work, but then again, it might work. Cut that about a few inches off there. And, hey presto. In theory, what we now have, straighten that up, log measuring device, because I always cut this way. So, I go along, end of the, there we go, cut. Every time, that should be 12 inches. Doing my laundry. Let's turn the noise off for a minute. It allows you time to think and, you know, because, hey, that's exciting doing that, isn't it? But I know the moral of my story this week, friends. And with that, you know, friends come and friends go. That's a fact of life. Some friends are there just for what they can get. Some friends are there because they genuinely are friends. And in a strange way, you know what? Yeah. My technical department have got me to do YouTube. I'm here doing YouTube. And even you guys, the other side of the screen. Yeah. Yeah. You know the ones. Yeah. You one watching me now. That's you. You become WWW friends, because I do feel like I'm having a chat with you. And hopefully my ramblings and my witterings help you get through your day, week, month, maybe even inspire you. It's just I'm just a normal guy doing a normal thing, living in a non-conventional way. But with this channel, you guys are teaching me an awful lot. So friends, yeah, wonderful things. So it's good, bad, and indifferent. We all know it. And I do see you guys as, yeah, the friends, as I've said. Because I'm having to rush now because I've got to go back and do that work thing north of the gate. I'm not impressed about it, but needs must. And through my ramblings, meanderings on here, I'm asking you questions and you're giving me answers, and also offering me advice, information, knowledge. This is where you guys have become an integral part of this, my world. And with your information, knowledge, help, wisdom, I'm achieving more than I would have done by myself. So thank you for that. And yeah, this channel is about us. And as you can see there's a bit of chain, hocus pocus stuff, and your knowledge, your wisdom, your know-how has enabled me to be able to hopefully dry my laundry a bit quicker, because the weather outside doesn't know whether it wants to rain or whether it wants to shine, and I need to get my laundry dry. And a couple of you commented from a previous video, put a line up in the polytunnel. Thank you. And as you can see, I'm in my man cave, a place where hocus pocus stuff happens. And as you saw there, just flattening off the edge, we're getting ready to basically weld a pin to it so that we get something a little like that. And it's for to retain the top doors on my friend Rachel's horse box. And she's an amazing friend. You really are, Rachel. You are an amazing friend. She turned up in my life when I wasn't necessarily in the best position. I was in hospital waiting to have an operation on my heart. And from that, we've become good friends. And the key to a successful world is clean metal. That is not the prettiest of worlds, but it's going nowhere. Stage 1 complete. And there we have the said posts to hold the doors back. Just like so. The plate had to be put on the back there because of the wall not being the best, and just to give it a little bit more grip. But there you go. And a quick check up. Oh yes, yes, yes. That bit of little wonderful nugget of information by you, the viewers, has allowed me to get my laundry dry on what is an on-off wet day. So thank you to the viewers. It's lovely to be able to learn from you. You know, I mean, hey, this channel is meant to be me teaching you. No, this is just me showing you my life, and how I make it work for me, and you guys are helping me make it work better. So thank you. But a few more little jobs to do before the day ends. Just pottering about, hopefully pottering about. But a line in the polytunnel, I'd have never thought of that one. But all my little tasks are done, everything else. And the important one to me on this time, more than anything else, was to get the horse box fixed for Rachel. She does so much to help me in so many different ways. And when I wasn't well, she was there as support. When I was trying to not coping too well with losing my mum, she was there as support. And the regular contacts and the regular messaging, brilliant. But whilst I was away on the last session of work, I had a little bit of an issue with my dog sitter respective to times, and I needed to have someone, and I was getting a little bit concerned just for a few days, someone having to look after my girls before they could go to the dog sitter, because work didn't go according to plan. And Rachel stepped up and said, I'll have them. And at first I didn't want to put her out, she's a busy woman, and Seriously, no, not a problem. Not a problem. This is the makings of an extremely wonderful human being and a beautiful friend. Um, I owe her so much in so many ways. I'll never be able to repay that. But whilst I was away, it was my birthday. And I didn't know, but when I came back, she came up to see me to say, belated happy birthday. Very nice. And because she'd had my girls for 2 or 3 days, and obviously I work at festivals, and with a little bit of help of, I think, your son, Rachel, um, I was gifted as a birthday present two, I'll put them up now, two wonderful AI treated photos of my girls and my camper. And I was extremely shocked. I was surprised, but more importantly, I was moved the amount of thought that went into a relatively, what you could say, simple gift. It's the simple things that mean the most. Thank you, Rachel, for who you are and for what you do for me. Anyway, folks, usual stuff, chicken logo, please with your comments, and to one and all, you take care and we will see you soon.